in Buenos Dias Merida. Currently, it's 81 degrees with 82% humidity with beautiful clear skies, and a high today is going to be around 91. No thunderstorms or rain today, but throughout this next week, will be a 40 to 50% chance of rain every day. So, yeah, usually that happens like in the afternoons, just like normal. Currently, Mexican peso is at 20 pesos and 34 centavos per U.S. dollar. Silver is at 23.41 cents per ounce, and gold is at $1,774.10 per ounce. So, yeah. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Let me redo this here. Stop sharing that picture. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? It's a gorgeous day here in Merida. Let me get to the news. I haven't even opened up the news yet. There's just so many things going on this morning. I stayed up a little bit late last night, but let me get that open. And in the meantime, say good morning to Adam Record Crate. Happy Saturday. I'm listening as I'm doing morning chores. Aren't those fun? And yeah, and I got your message too about that Casper Sanders. Oh, the U.S. government is killing its own people. You know, I see that you have those poor mentally unstable people that have to get that message out and all in caps, and then they feel better. So, yeah. Good morning to you, bud. I feel your pain. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get to the news. It was announced, I think, on Wednesday of this last week. The Social Security Administration announced that the COLA increase will be 5.9% this year. It'll be beginning in 2022. So you'll see it in your I think it's the January 3rd payment. You will see the increase. They were anticipating it might be around 6%. So yeah, they got those numbers about right. The Bank of Mexico, known as Banxico, raised its benchmark interest rate by 25 base points. It's now 4.75%, as it is September 30th, from the meeting that they had. So it was expected. In a 4-1 vote by its governing board, the central bank expressed concern about above target inflation. According to the minutes, the majority of the bank's board pointed out that expectations for headline and core inflation for this and next year are going to again increase, while medium and long-term inflation expectations have remained more stable. So, and Opie, good morning, Mr. Opie, sir. Good to see you here. Yeah, I've noticed it in the local markets, like my favorite place I go to for my tacos in the morning. You get 3 tacos for like 56 pesos, I think it was. I think it was 56 pesos, something like that, 53 pesos. It is now 65 pesos for the 3 tacos. So it's a significant increase. And consumer price inflation rose about 6% in the year through September, while annual core inflation, which strips out some of the volatility in food and energy prices, increased only 4.92% over the same period. This is far above the inflation target, the rate that it was going to go only 3%, so plus or minus 1 percentage points. So the majority of the members point out that inflationary pressures are associated with shocks that are expected to be transitionary. However, they noted that the risk of a negative impact on the price formation process. So, beware on that. Inflation is happening. They looked at around the world different things, price of goods, things like that. So it is on the rise. So you're kind of reflects on that 5.9% COLA increase for Social Security recipients. That really doesn't match what happened with inflation and what is going to continue. So they are seeking. There's a group, the Senior League, that is seeing about, with the $3.5 trillion bill that's going on right now, about having some of those monies have a fourth stimulus payment sent out to seniors. They don't see that really happening, but there's a lobbyist in Congress right now that are doing that. So yeah, here in Yucatan, it is mandarin season. Mandarins are the citrus characteristics of autumn here, and that's when they are ripen. And these delicious fruits are already on display in some of the markets and tiendas here in Merida. So it's worth knowing that they have a medicinal. Let's try that again. I'm going to drink coffee. Their medicinal properties. Boy, words are tough. I can't even speak. So, anyways, yeah, this fruit, the mandarins, it protects you from respiratory diseases such as colds or flus, but there are other benefits, such as the following. It prevents obesity. They had a study conducted by scientists at the University of Ontario in Canada. It says that mandarins contain nobiltine in high concentrations, so an ingredient that prevents obesity and offers protection against type 2 diabetes and high cholesterol. So they can lower cholesterol to thanks to the skin, where they absorb the vitamin D. It's 20 times more compounds called polymethyloxylans. That's a tough one. Which help reduce cholesterol naturally. Also, it contains pectin, which is a soluble fiber that reduces bad cholesterol in the blood. It also avoids constipation, just like with grapes and other types of those fruits. Help the properties of tangerines. That's ideal fruit to combat constipations, which it contains 88% water in their composition and up to 2 grams of dietary fiber. So yeah, hey, that's good. It also protects against cancer. Eating tangerines may protect against some types of cancers, say researchers at the Kyoto Professional University of Medicine. According to the study of these specialists, drinking mandarin juice regularly reduces the risk of liver cancer. These results were verified in patients with hepatitis C who drank natural mandarin juice and considerably reduced the risk of liver cancer compounds. So yeah. Next, the United States was announced last week that the United States will lift restrictions to its land borders with Canada and Mexico for fully vaccinated foreign travelers in early November. So it was a historic curb of non-essential travel. It's been in place since March of 2020. So yeah, they're going to be lifting that. And yes, good morning, Greg. Good to see you. More Baileys. Yeah, I should get some more Baileys. I did a top off, but no more Baileys and honey. So this last Thursday, the traditional Santa Lucia Park serenades returned to downtown Merida. Parque Santa Lucia is about 6 blocks south of me. I've wheeled down there once or twice before, and it's a gorgeous little park. I went in the park, it's right across the street from the cathedral, which is just amazing looking. And it was empty at that time, but I saw all the different restaurants, storefronts, and the stage for the musicians. So the musicians are now returning. So with controlled capacity, this last Thursday, October 14th at 9 p.m., they return. An event for which it's free. And the activities was carried out every Thursday evening from 1965 until the pandemic interrupted it last year. So every Thursday at 9 p.m. in Parque Santa Lucia. The cultural park was adorned with music of various artists who attended the traditional serenades at this place of traditional music and poetry characteristics of the state of Yucatan. So numerous cultural events had happened. It should be noted that every Thursday in the park, several musical icons of the genre have gathered, and for many years, the Yucatanian typical orchestra was presented as well, which are alternated with trios, interpreters, composers, and also the Rondalla Universitaria of the Autonomous University of Yucatan, among many others. The show is one of the favorites of both Yucatans as well as national and foreign tourism alike. So, yay, that's going to be returning. More Baileys, yes. Fincanteria, one of the world's largest shipbuilders, has announced that they will be building the largest shipyard on the American continent in Progresso, just north of us. They're headquartered in Italy. The company says it will be investing a total of $220 million to complete the massive project. A shipyard is where ships are repaired and built. These can be yachts, military vessels, cruise liners, or other cargo or passenger ships. Now, right now, Progresso is a port of call. They have, it's not a embarkment area. It's too bad. I wish it was. But yeah, it's only a port of call. They don't start any cruises from there. They only stop there. But with this, it's going to be, who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, the deal is huge for the Yucatanian governor, who several media outlets are reporting personally brokered the negotiations in Italy. The Fincanteria's commitment to building the shipyard is contingent on the completion of overhauls to Progresso's existing infrastructures. So it's located just north of Merida. Progresso is already one of Mexico's most important ports, and it boasts, the pier. It's the world's largest pier. It stretches out 6.5 kilometers into the Gulf of Mexico. It's right about 4 miles long, this pier. So it's pretty amazing. I've not been there yet. So I'm waiting for my friend to come down. She went to Canada to take care of some stuff and is flying back at the end of the month. So when she gets back, we're going to go up there. The port city is also Yucatan's most busy beach and a popular destination for the cruise ships, which just recently began to return after a long absence from the pandemic. So in addition to investing in its port's commercial infrastructure, the city has also recently undergone several projects to improve its image. These included the makeover for its aging boardwalks and a program to finally bring its stray animal problem under control. I mean, we have that problem here in Merida. I think Merida just announced they're going to, or it is now illegal to feed street animals. So they do have a big problem with here where I'm at, in this part of Merida. It's gatos, the cats. They are everywhere, and every now and then you're woken up from you can hear a cat fight going on somewhere. So yeah, the coastal city of Progresso has also recently lifted mobility restrictions on its beaches and boardwalks, which for over a year and a half limited their access to the public. It was limited. It was closed on the weekends, but during the week it was open. It was just to curb the infection rate. So that's good news for Progresso. It's going to be a lot of economy and monies to the regions that's needed. So, they had the cruise ships return, I think just last week, I believe. And so good economic boost. Travel, invest, retire. That's awesome. Yes, it is. Thank you for stopping by. So Mexico City prosecutors announced Thursday they will bring criminal charges shortly against several people and companies for construction and design defects that caused an elevated subway line to collapse in May, killing 26 people. I remember waking up that morning and turning on the news and seeing that. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was, Ernestina Godet, the city's attorney general, said studies found that construction defects like poor welds and missing connection studs caused the collapse. She said bad design also played a role. Godet said did not identify those who were faced charges of homicide, causing injury or damages. But in cases of companies involved, she said that the goal of the criminal charges will aimed at making them pay for other or repair the damages to both the subway and the victims. Criminal charges against individuals could apparently result in prison time. So we'll see. It was just a terrible thing. It was that the subway overpass where the subway cars were going in and it just fell. It was devastating. So, and Dana, good morning, Dana. Good to see you. Are these things inspected? Look at the thing in Florida. You know, that high rise where it collapsed, and they had said way back when that, hey, there's faults, and when a person wins a bid for a construction project, they try to cut corners as much as they can to make a profit. So, Canadian government announced effective October 30th, 2021, that all air travelers departing on flights from Canada airports will be required to be fully vaccinated in order to travel. This will also extend to domestic travel on rail lines, the Rocky Mountaineer trains, as well as marine vessels. So luckily, my friend that just flew back to Canada, she had to take care of some business, and she's going to be returning on the 25th. So, and I don't know, she's been traveling a lot, so I don't know if she's even had a chance to get vaccinated. So, but yeah, she was worried about, wish me luck. I don't want to get trapped up there. And she left like 3 days ago or 2 days ago. And this just came out yesterday. So luckily she's within that time frame. So a new IRS rule set to go into effect in 2022 will impact businesses that use Cash App like Venmo, Zeal, and PayPal, as various news outlets are reporting. An ABC Action News report said that new rules allow the IRS to take a closer look at Cash App business transactions of $600 or more. The previous threshold was $20,000. According to a report, the change in the way third-party recipients and networks report money, not laundering, but money exchanges on their platform was prompted by language in the American Rescue Plan. So, where I use Cash App, I send money from my Charles Schwab account to Cash App, and then use Cash App to purchase my Bitcoins or my different cryptocurrencies, or do transactions with, auctions or whatever, online auctions, or eBay or what have you. That way, it kind of gives it a buffer in between. So, so anything above $600 or more than 20 transactions within a year, they can. It's going to be a different way they're going to look at it. Not a different way of being taxed, but just they're going to have to look at that, and the IRS can ask you, what was that transaction for? It's going to be a 1099-K is what they will issue. So, here's something. Let's see. Read the comments here. I have come to find shady inspectors. Yes, they are. Are the airlines still handing out the FMMs form before landing in Mexico? Yes, they are. Like when I flew out from Miami back to Merida last week, um, they give you the forms right there at the boarding. And also when you're on the plane, if you didn't get one, they hand them out to you as well. So, in a very simple form, simple thing. And yeah, there's that. You need to watch my show about being denied entry in Mexico. Are there restrictions? So, there was a couple of videos ago on my channel. I talked exactly about that. And also, my buddy Jose Artiaga, he made a video about that. So yeah, here's some news. A pair of New Mexico businessmen were driving along Interstate 40 in Oklahoma late one night in April when a sheriff deputy flipped on his lights and sirens and pulled over their BMW. The two men, Nang Tai and Wichon Liu, were on their way to a hotel in Oklahoma City. They planned to catch some sleep before heading out in the morning to close the deal on a 10-acre plot of farmland that they agreed to buy for $100,000. But now, at about 2 a.m. on April 19th, Canadian County Sheriff's deputy out of Oklahoma was peering into their vehicle. We understand why he pulled us over, said Tai, 51, a Vietnamese immigrant and father of two from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was driving the speed limit. They had no way of knowing at the time, but Tai and Lou were about to begin an hours-long ordeal that would have stripped them of all their cash and searching for answers. Their experience highlights the controversial law enforcement practice known as civil asset forfeiture, in which police can confiscate a person's cash or other property without even bringing criminal charges against them. Deputy asked the two men for their licenses, where they were going, and whether they carried any money on them. They had a large amount of cash in the vehicle, more than $100,000 to pay for the purchase of the land. Tai explained, so yeah, we brought this money to pay for property. And Tai, who speaks English with a heavy accent, and Lou speaks very little English at all, told the officer they were headed to a hotel and, yes, had cash on them. Deputy said he suspected they were involved in illegal activity, according to Tai. Criminal background search would have turned up a 2017 conviction against Lou for growing marijuana in California. So after a second officer arrived at the scene, the men were driven to a police station and interrogated for hours. Deputies emptied a backpack and suitcases full of cash, then pulled apart the inside of the BMW, took it apart, but apparently didn't turn up any guns or drugs or anything like that, anything other illicit. Tai said he told the investigators that they had saved up the money for years and were planning to use the land for farming, but had not yet determined which crops to raise yet. They kept saying, "This is illegal money." Tai said, I said, "Okay, but prove it. We haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing illegal here." So the two men were released without even being issued a ticket or charged with anything. But the county sheriff's office didn't give them back their money. Court papers filed by the district attorney of the county said that the money was seized because it was intended to be used to violate drug laws or resulted from illegal drug transactions. The men are now fighting to get it back. Adding insult to injury, they contend that the amount the sheriff's office is confiscated, $131,500, is actually $10,000 short of total what they had in their car that day. So now I have to prove I'm innocent, and they are the ones who illegally took my money and basically stole money, some of my money too, said Tai. Court docket contains no records detailing the traffic stop or the seizure, and neither sheriff's office nor the district attorney's office agreed to comment on it. Among those surprised by the turn of events is a man who was set to sell his land to Tai and Liu. He said, I was shocked when I heard of the confiscation of their money, the seller told NBC News. He said he had met with them a few days earlier and had drawn up a contract to sell the property to Ty for $100,000. And, the documents, he showed the documents for it. Said, yeah, they seem like very nice and intelligent business people. Who said the seller, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said, I feel bad for them and the situation. So, yeah, the U.S. sucks. So that's the news that we have for today. So let's get to the comments here. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. And the Alt Flipper, good morning, sir. Good to have you here. Dana's saying, yikes. Yeah, right? Typical, guilty until proven innocent. And, that you hear those kind of stories that happen in Mexico. But, that really doesn't happen here. You have more rights here in Mexico than you do in the U.S. There are a few states that have rescinded that law, but there are still states that use it and confiscate monies and property, and yeah, that's how they survive. So, in a bad economy, when everybody else is hurting, the states are hurting too. So, yeah, they get to confiscate the money. They don't have to charge you anything. They don't have to prove anything. They just have to say, yep, we believe that it was intended for illegal purposes or gained illegally. So yeah. Here in Mexico, that doesn't happen. At least not with the police. They can try to, but you just say, no, you're not taking my money. Yeah, you don't even. Most instances, they really are only arbitrators in disagreements between civilians. So, unless you commit murder or something like that. Yeah. Let me get this. There's that, and this, and that. Travel, invest, retire, and the Alt Flipper. I give you guys wrenches. So, and everyone else. Yeah, if you want to drop your links, you're more than welcome to. How's your weekend going so far? Right now, it is completely clear skies. And what's the current temperature now? It was 81. It's now 82. Yeah, just a beautiful day. Gorgeous outside. So, yeah, what you guys have any plans here coming soon? I think I'm gonna may swing down to my taco place, my favorite go-to place, and get some tacos maybe. I still have enough. I still have enough honey. You can see it's there somewhere. My little bottle. Oh yeah, it's in front of the other bottle right there. That's my honey. I get that for 90 pesos. That's how big is that? It's got to be 17, 20 ounces of honey for 90 pesos, just under $5. So, it's a little store that's in the tienda in the mercado at Parque Santa Ana, and yeah, it's good raw organic honey, local honey. That's what I use for my coffee. Honey and Bailey's. So, yeah, definitely. You guys have wrenches now, so if you'd like to drop your links, you're more than welcome to. And also, it is now at the top of the hour. What I'd like to do is throw the link in here. So if anybody would like to come in and chat in the background after I close down the show, you're more than welcome to. It was a dip in Bitcoin and all the other cryptos yesterday or day before, and it is now pretty much everything is up today. So, yeah, Shiba Inu to the moon. Everybody have a fantastic day, and make sure to check out tomorrow's show. We'll be here at 8:35 a.m. We're going to talk about Mayan history, and it's going to be a good one. It's also, it's going to be a good show. So make sure to check it out. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you dare. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you again.